What's up, guys? This is the coach, Mr. Bond, Mr. Big Overnight. Out here ready to get you up and running and looking and feeling stunning. All right, fellas, you know I'm here for you. We're going to talk about some thing that hopefully get your attention. Before we get into the video, remember to like, save, share, and comment on these videos, and let's keep this conversation going. So here's the thing that I know for a fact that unfortunately, a lot of cases of domestic violence are committed frequently, and even sometimes it's not the man's fault. It just gets out of control. And I'm here to talk about something that hopefully men will be mindful of. It's not never good to put a hand on a woman, and even if when they're arguing, just walk away, because once you go down that road, sometimes they will never stop, and you just never want to be in a constant limbo with women, because as we say, the strength of a woman lies in her mouth. She will argue and cuss from now till the morning, because that's just how they can be. So here are some ways we can learn how to fight properly while loving each other. So first point I want to make is that just generally, look, if you know how women reason, you just have to step back and think, because unfortunately they're not the one to pull back. And that's why personally I would never want to encourage none of my students, my disciples, my lions, to let women lead the relationship. There's some things that they can handle on their brain, on their head. I'm not saying women can't do things that men do, but what I'm saying is when it comes to the interdynamics of a relationship, the man must be the head of the relationship. As a Christian myself, I would rather encourage men to keep working on themselves and build a relationship with Jesus Christ, and just keep improving, improving, self-improving, and just find ways how to improve your leadership, your masculinity, and your confidence levels. So you have to understand that women constantly test men and they want to move you off your center. So the worst you can do is overly argue with them. Cool off. If you have to just take a walk, if you have a car, go drive somewhere, just don't go down that path. I've seen it. I've been in it. Thank God I've never really harmed a woman. But I just know that they need constant help, they need constant attention, and you have to know how to give and take your presence, because your presence is a blessing. They may not admit it sometimes, but it's a blessing, So if you show love for a woman, you're not going to want to overly get physical, walk away. Next point I want to mention is sometimes not everyone will see eye to eye on a topic, and they will disagree sometimes. But you can accept the person's point or perspective, and just understand that's how their mindset is, and then you know what topics to talk about. Some conversations you just should never have with your significant other, your wife or your girlfriend, because it just doesn't make sense. You know where it's going to lead to. If they change, great, but if you love the person, you're already in a relationship, or you're looking to get into a relationship and maybe marriage, just know that, okay, these things that me and this person buck heads with, all right? And it's a waste of my time. Now, Matthew 5 verse 9 says, God blesses those who are peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. And I would want to encourage more persons to be peacemakers. Not wanting to go out of their way to create friction, chaos, be too, as they say, toxic, because you want, especially if you have a home together or you're looking to buy a home together, you want peace in your home. That should be a sanctuary. Yeah, you're fighting all the forces outside. Your house, your place of rest, should be where you have peace. If there's arguments, those are just literally darkness trying to overshadow your relationship or your household, and it's never a good thing. You want to make sure that you push aside any kind of attack on your life or your family. Very good. Next point is just be open. about your likes and dislikes in a respectful way. You know, these are some of the things you don't like. Say it, you know, honey, I don't like when you don't clean up your makeup and your hair in the bathroom when you're done. Sometimes, can you just please remember to do that? Not saying you have to annoy the person all the time, but just when it is an opportune time. Alright? You know, you're working on the communication and the relationship. So if someone, you love the person, it will take time, but over a period of time, it can work out. But you have to be mindful of the things you say. Most cases, it's not what you say to a woman, men, it's how you say it to them. That's just the reality. They internalize things differently. You could say something mildly respectful, they take it offensively. This is why I always wonder, how can men and women be the same or be equal when we don't think the same, we internalize things differently, the way how we see the world is differently. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, like, save, share, comment on these videos. Let's keep this conversation going. Peace out, have a great week.